Salvete omnes. Welcome to Latin 112, Lecture 15. In this lecture, we will learn the basics around the irregular verb fero, fere, tuli, latum. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to 1. Identify the basic endings of fero, fere, 2. Create forms of fero, fere, and 3. Translate sentences using fero, fere into English. So, let's get started. One of the most irregular looking verbs in the Latin language is the verb fero, fere. It looks so irregular because the four principal parts are so different that they don't look like that they are from the same verb. However, even though the stems look different, the endings are quite normal. In fact, in the perfect system, everything is exactly normal. To create the perfect, pluperfect, and future perfect of fero, fere, all one does is, number 1, go to the third principal part, number 2, take off the long I, and number 3, add the normal endings, as is shown on this chart. So far, so good, right? In the present system, the word behaves quite normally as well. Although the infinitive looks strange, fero, fere is a member of the third conjugation. Therefore, in the imperfect and the future, fero uses the EBA, imperfect, and the A and E, future. So, to make the imperfect and future of fero, fere, simply follow the same steps we did for the third conjugation. Number 1, go to the second principal part. 2, remove the RE ending. 3, add your infix. And 4, add the ending. Okay, so what about the present tense? The present tense is admittedly messy, but really only in 5 places. 3 of these places are in the active voice, the second person singular and plural forms, and the third person singular form. These forms drop the short I stem vowel and are marked in red on this slide. The other 3 forms use the regular short I stem vowel and change it to U before NT in the third plural. The other 2 irregular forms are in the second and third person singular passive. These forms also drop the normal short I stem vowel and simply adds the RIS and TUR endings directly to the stem. They are marked in red here. All other passive forms are normal and add the short I vowel stem throughout, changing it to U only before the NT in the third plural. So that's it. You now have learned the verb fero, fere in Latin. In sum, all of the forms are normal except the 5 forms in the present tense: fares, fert, fertis in the active voice, and ferus and fertur in the passive voice. To keep practicing, head to Canvas and work through Lectio15. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Until next time, valete.